Hello, fourth graders. Today we're starting an artist study of a woman named Laurel Birch. Laurel is very famous for all of her cats. She draws very, very abstract and colorful cats with all sorts of patterns and designs. So let's get started. The first thing we have to talk about is proportion. The cat's head is going to be in this kind of upper quadrant. If you think about having your piece of paper divided into four, that's where the head is going to be. And the body is going to take up most of the other three, okay? Up here in this right-hand corner, that's going to be your only blank spot, okay? So right now, the size of my hand is about going to be the size of the kitty cat's head. So up here at the top of my paper, I'm going to give myself 2 dots. These dots are for the tops of my ears, and I'm going to give myself one more dot about right here, and that's where the cheeks of this cat will come back together and meet, okay? So the first job I have to do is I'm going to make a letter J, so it comes out at the side at a diagonal. It's not a typical J. A typical J would go vertical. This one goes out to the diagonal and back around. Or it's going to kind of also look like maybe a W. So we're going to do that again on this side. All right. And then from these dots, I'm going to come in with my very pointy ears, and I'm going to connect those with a line. All right. That is the basic head shape of all Laurel Birch cats. Now, from here, we're going to go ahead and work on the body. So this kitty is going to come down and straight up. That's going to be one leg. We're going to go down again and up just a ways. From here, we're going to stop. We're going to work on the back side of the kitty, and then the tail is going to come up here. And that's where this is going to eventually touch, is the body or the tail. So now I'm going to grab the kitty's cheek on the side, and I'm going to do a curved line down. And now I'm going to swoop into the tail. So my tail, for me, is going to come up, and I'm going to make a pretty simple little tail. Okay. And for me, the kitties, so I'm just going to draw a little line over right there. Okay? So that is the basic cat body. I said that we're doing a rough draft because to get to this point, you might need to try 2 or 3 times. If you need to stop the video and push pause and try again and again, that is fine. Laurel Birch cats have a definite square nose oftentimes. And so this, well, I say square, it's actually a rectangle. This rectangle is the kind of focus point of the face along with the eyes. From the tops of my rectangle, that's where my eyes will come all the way to the side of the face. They're quite large and beautiful, okay? And inside there you can make your curved pieces. And then she also has a little curve right here to finish the face. Laurel Birch is known for lots of patterns and lots of colors. So now that I have my face drawn, I am able to add lots of details. So I am going to create a stripe here, going on to both directions. I'm going to put a circle. I'm going to put a triangle on the cheek. Lots of places for me to then go back later and add lots of color. So I just went ahead and I'm just adding some basic shapes to my cat. I'm going to go ahead and put the inside of my kitty cat eye, and that I will fill in mostly black. I am going to leave a bit of a reflection there on the inside. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and bring that circle from the forehead down. Repeating shapes is a really good thing in art. The human eye likes it when shapes repeat. I'm also going to add some small triangles coming up. You can really just do whatever you want. I would just say try not to make things too terribly tiny because you will be coloring all of this in, so you want to keep that in mind. Now that I have my body drawn, I will create different designs on the body, just like I did with the face. So I'm going to create some stripes on my cat by just making these curved lines come to a point. It makes the kitty look like he has stripes. Okay, and I can bring them on this side as well, maybe a little smaller version, that the cat gets to have matching unity there. As I go down his front leg, I may want to add rectangles on his paws to kind of appear like those are his claws. I may decide that I want some polka dots. I love polka dots. I always have. I don't know why. I just think they're fabulous. So just continue to give your cat lots and lots of patterns. I have several images on Schoology for you to look at, for you to get some ideas. Okay? So once your cat is all created and looking beautiful, it is time to color. You will be coloring with whatever item you want, whatever media. I personally love crayon. I love that crayon is so easy to layer. And what I mean by that is I might take a green, remember Laurel Birch, her cats are very unique in color. They are not typical kitty cat colors. They're bright and colorful. So let's say I take this yellow-green and I colored that stripe. I can definitely go back over that with any kind of a blue, and it is going to change the color. It's not going to look blue. It's going to have now an effect of blue-green just on the bottom half. So if you look very carefully, and I can try to pick this up, the top part of my green is still very vivid green, but down at the bottom it does definitely have now a tinge of blue to it. I love crayons for that one reason above everything else. So no matter what you're choosing, whether it's watercolor or marker, I want you to take your time with this cat. It's going to take you probably several times to draw it to get it just the way you want it. And then the coloring, I want you to go slow. Take your time. Make it look really wonderful. Okay? I'm now looking at this cat, noticing that the tail is super white. So I would want to definitely go back and add something to that. So I'm going to give this tail some stripes. Okay? And that gives me more areas to color. And with my stripes, I'm going to do a double stripe. So easy, but yet gives me one more option of a place that I can put color to make my kitty cat even more unique than he already was. Or she. Alright? I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and you probably will not get finished with it today. It will carry into your next week of art. Bye, guys.